Hello, my name is Dean Contover, and this is the Current Buzz. Today I have a gentleman, Gordon Halm. He's the founder and executive director of the African community of Lowell, Massachusetts. It should be Greater Lowell, but we'll talk about it, right? I just want to say in regards to Ukraine, this show supports the people of Ukraine in regards to a victory. So I just want to say that for now. We'll talk about that later in the show, okay? Sure. Gordon runs the African Community Center, and he is trying to amass some money for the center, right?
Right.
You want to move from where your location is to have a bigger and better center, right?
That is so.
So if there's anybody who has property out there who wants to rent or you want to buy, I don't know, I mean.
Both.
Both, yeah. Or you could rent it and see if you like it and then buy it. Does it have to have parking spaces for people to park too?
Right.
All right. So if there's anybody out there who has property, call Gordon. His number. What's your number? Well, they can get it. It's online, right?
Yeah, it's on
you have
website. Yeah, which I will share.
It's the African Community Center of Lowell. Right. If you rent property in Chelmsford or Tewksbury, any place else or Drake it, you're gonna have to say Greater Lowell.
Oh, Greater Lowell.
So that's something to remember.
Okay.
Gordon has a master's degree in peace and conflict from the University of Mass Lowell. It's a new program. I had never heard of it, but tell me a little about it. I mean, what was,
Yeah, so the Peace and Conflict Studies is a master's program where you get your master's and you can apply it in many fields. It can be in the United Nations. You can work in non-profit organizations and then start your own initiatives as well.
Oh, okay. All right. But, okay, I want to know the mission of the African Community Center in Lowell. What's the mission?
Right. So the mission of the African Community Center is just solely to help immigrants and refugees to bring out the dreams, the hidden dreams that they have within themselves, to come out and be a productive citizen. So we work with Africans from the continent, and we do also have some other nationals that come from different nations that come throughout though.
Okay. So Africa is a big continent, and there's a lot of countries. I mean, and a lot of them speak French, and a lot of them speak English as a major language or governmental language, right? And then you have your tribes that have their own language and their own dialects or whatever.
Dialect, right.
Yeah. And so what is the latest African community moving into Lowell at this moment in time?
Yeah, I would say the latest will be the Congolese.
The Congolese from the Democratic of Congo?
Right, the DRC Democratic.
They speak, it's French.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
French, and they have a variety of dialects that they speak.
Why are they the majority now leaving?
Because of the conflict back in their country.
Oh, okay, in their country, okay.
Right.
And so you reach out to them, or they come to you? How's that go, or both?
So both. So we have the International Institute of Law of New England.
Okay.
It's a refugee resettlement agency.
Okay.
So the first spot will be through the International Institute, and within 3 months, when they get their feet to, stabilize in the communities, that's when they reach out to us. So when they come, to Lowell, we just want to have them know that there is the African Community Center that is their home as well.
I
So,
see. Okay. So the International Institute has been there for over
for over 100
years.
years, right.
I think my family went through there. I think
Yeah.
every family that immigrated in the greater Lowell area went through the International Institute. And what does the International Institute do? Do they find them a home? Do they find people who take people in? Do they help them with a job? Or do they help them with citizenship?
Yeah, so I worked at the International Institute
Oh, you did?
myself, right. I was there
For
about 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
So what the International Institute does is to receive them right from the airport and get them an apartment and also find a job for them. If they have children, we find schools.
Oh, that's
for the
good.
children.
That's good.
Yeah. So it's
So you're like a
total-
liaisons
right
for them, for the families that come. It looks like they're going to get a lot of work. There's probably going to be a lot of Ukrainians coming in.
yes.
But the problem is there's no housing. Am I correct? It's very difficult.
Yes, difficult to find a home here in the city, but it's all about whom you know and also where the affordability, if you can afford. Yeah, because
It's very difficult in Lowell.
it is,
I mean,
yeah,
this is an expensive part of the country.
not even Lowell alone, but I'm sure it's everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere
yeah.
It's expensive.
Even Boston. yeah.
Boston, Lawrence, and
Yeah.
other.
It's not easy.
It's not. It's not.
It's not. I mean, yeah, the moral of the story, they should build more homes or apartment buildings and so forth, you know. I mean, personally, maybe they should just build a complex where refugees come for a while, stay, and then move on.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be the best. That have them and have all the information from the International Institute, your organization, in
Right.
that building, and just to help people
Right.
thrive.
So we do also have, community partners that will work with them to make sure that the refugees and the immigrants that have come in the city newly get to know where they can go for help.
Right.
Yeah.
You came from Ghana a long time ago.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was many years.
Many
you left
years,
Ghana.
right.
And you went recently back to Ghana, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So you were in America and you go back to your village or town.
A town. Right.
How many people the population is?
Probably about maybe 25 to 40,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's a big, big town,
That's,
right?
You know, Chelmsford is 37,000.
Okay.
So, that's not bad.
No.
So you went to school there and then you left
Yeah.
for a better life.
yes, I did. Yeah.
Supposedly, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
So what happened is you went back, they treated you like a chief coming back to their town. And tell me what happened. You flew from what? Boston to New York to
Accra.
Accra, which is the capital of Ghana.
Right.
And Ghana is the second most populated country in the world. I mean, in Africa, after Nigeria. Nigeria?
No.
Well, I mean, there's
Ghana-
35 million people there. I mean,
I'm sure there are some countries that have more population.
maybe. I'm
Yeah.
thinking maybe maybe Egypt is a little more, but I thought I read somewhere where Ghana was like second most
No,
popular.
I don't think we are.
Oh, okay.
There
All
are
right.
so many.
We'll do that.
Okay.
All right. So you go back. You get to the airport, and you deplane. And what happens?
Yeah. So
You have American passport, right? Huh?
No, I
No?
have my Ghana passport. No. Yeah. So I have my Ghana passport.
Okay.
And so, this I brought with me sneakers.
Okay.
Which I'm going to show you here. Okay. So these sneakers here touched the African soil.
Oh, wow.
So I can smell the African.
Well, let me see the bottom of it. Let me see the bottom.
Sure.
I want to see. Just put them up.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to see if there's any
So,
soil on the bottom.
right.
I might have to scrape it off.
So, it was such a humble homegoing, and the energy and the spirit of welcoming by families and friends was so
They
overwhelming.
remember you.
Oh yes, because I still look wonderful, and
Let me ask you this question.
Sure.
When you saw your friends and family,
yeah.
did they ask you if they could come to America?
Well,
Tell me the truth.
yes, sure. So, we have a foundation. So we started in 2012 called the Halm Foundation.
Okay.
And we help my former school where I started my kindergarten, primary
Right.
school, yeah. So when I went to Ghana, I went to the school, to tour the school. And
They teach English at the school.
Right. Yeah. So the principal, took me to every classroom, and
Wow.
just to say hello to the students
Wow.
and the kids, and then they will open up like questions, and most 90% of them says, "Oh, can I come to America with you?" And
I knew that. I knew that.
I told them, yes, if you study hard, you
That's
can
right.
do better than I
right.
did. Yeah, so.
Did they ask you, they want to come to America for pizza and Dunkin' Donuts?
I was telling them about snow because
Oh, yeah, that's right.
they haven't
That's
seen
a
snow. And
good-
right, and they were like, wow. And I share with them how cold it can be.
Mm-hmm.
And, you can tell from the look of their faces, like, oh, boy.
When you tell them it goes down to 0 Celsius.
Oh, yeah. They can't comprehend. They can't
exactly. Good point.
understand. Yeah.
Good point. Yeah, so what else? Do they have a parade for you, or do they have a dance
no,
for
they,
you?
they,
or-
have, they have it was a traditional welcome.
Okay.
So we have, traditional drummers and
Oh, wow.
singers, came to receive.
Did you videotape it?
Oh, yes, we
good.
have tons of videos and pictures that were brought along with us, yeah. It was such a beautiful
And this is
trip.
what you brought back from
Oh, yeah,
the
Right, so this is from my wife's parents'
Okay.
backyard. They have a farm at the back of the house, so we just went. This is a cocoa pot.
Oh, okay.
And
This is cocoa.
Right.
So they this is where you get your cocoa from when you have cocoa during the
Right.
winter time,
Sure.
right?
Yeah. And this is the seed, so
and
the seed
the
from
seeds,
the
I don't know
cocoa
if you can
pot.
see this, but
Okay.
it's-
Yeah.
it's very, we
And,
don't have a cameraman.
That's where we have your chocolate, the cocoa butter.
Oh,
So you
wow.
can use this in a, many. You can
Okay.
apply this in a
Now,
many.
this is the cocoa. It says 50% cocoa. That must knock you out. I just want to tell you, I noticed this. This is the colors of the Ghanaian flag.
Yes, right.
And the star in the middle. You can see the black star.
Yeah, the black star.
See
right.
it?
You got it.
We get along very well. When I went to his office about 3 years ago, he had me take a test in regards to the leaders of South Africa.
Africa, right.
And I maxed it out 100%. So I'm the only guy that's non-African that maxed the test out.
You're so right.
So also there's a book that Mr. Halm, Parsley's Big Adventure.
Right.
And I don't know if you can see it, but
Okay.
I'm going to put it up there. And tell me about the book real quick.
Yeah, so the book is based on true story, and it was helped by volunteers that came to the center, and it took almost about 2 and a half years to write this book. It's
Wow.
very little, but you know the value and the
Dynamic.
content is very powerful.
Do you sell it or you just give it
Yes,
away?
we sell it. It's $10 a copy,
Okay.
and all the proceeds come to help the African Community Center.
Okay, the community center just
Of
came
Lowell.
in, is in Lowell, but they want to rent a bigger place,
Right.
So they could have meetings and so forth. Here's a T-shirt of the community center.
Right.
I don't know if I'm getting it in the camera. So
Right.
it's a nice T-shirt.
That's right. So we do sell both the books and then the T-shirt, and the proceed, go to help the African Community Center.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So I heard you were a good cook.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you cook African meals? Is that mostly, or just in general?
I'm a creative cook, so I can create, anything that you put before me.
Okay, let me ask you a question. How about a cocoa hamburger? Can we work that?
Oh, we can.
That might be interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll start a store, cocoa hamburger, right?
Yeah.
That'll be different, So I mean, we just had the 60th anniversary of
65.
Ghana, March 6, 1957.
Yeah.
They became
Independent. Right.
and that's when. Let me tell you something about Africa. When these countries became independent, they put their talented people in the Ministry of Education. The whole goal was to educate the children of Africa, which they didn't get under the colonialists.
Colonial days, right, yeah.
So they put their best effort by educating. And like you were going to school, and the kids were taught English, even though they're taught in their dialect. They're also taught English.
Right.
Because they know that English is the language at this time, not Russian.
Yeah.
That is the language of the world. It used to be French, which countries around you like Togoland and Mali and all
Mali,
those, and Côte d'Ivoire speak French around you, but you're English speaking.
Yeah, because we were colonized by
The English. Yeah.
by the British.
Whatever country colonized them, they usually
Right.
speak the main language, or the diplomatic, was French. The diplomat after World War II was English, and that's why English is spoken throughout the world mostly. So we're involved in a fundraiser, trying to help the African Community Center, and if there's anybody out there that has property that might be interested, contact you, right?
Sure.
So
I think that is, the reason why we're having this conversation is that the African Community Center, currently we are working from home, and we need a space. We need a center with a space that will be able to do the work that we do in the community. So I
want to know this question.
Sure.
There's many African Americans who live in Greater Lowell.
Right.
Most of them are Kenyan, Nigerian, and Cameroon, and Liberians.
Yes. Liberian, yes. Yeah.
And that's the majority. Very few Ghanaians.
A lot of Ghanaians. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What would you say the population of African?
That is hard to tell because I believe in the 2010 census it was reported about 8,000.
8%? 8,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm sure there were a lot of people that were not counted, and the population has ever since
in the last 10 years
increased.
Yeah.
So
especially with the Congolans.
Right, with the
coming
influence
of
the refugees that have come
late.
from
So,
other places.
So if it's roughly 8,000, 2010, Lowell is a city of 120,000. So 8%, 10% would probably be a good
be
bet.
accurate. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Which is up and coming.
Yes.
Community. So
Right.
that's to be watched. So, So what else can you tell me? There was the book. We talked about the book. Tell me the name of the book.
Parsley's Big Adventure.
Parsley's Big Adventure. Now,
Right.
tell me about Parsley's Adventure. Where is he?
Yeah, so Parsley and Peep were two chickens. So as you can see,
Okay, two chickens.
yeah, that Parsley was taken by a big bird, a hawk, and you know, and I saw it disappearing, and I looked everywhere. In 4 hours later, Parsley came back.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
So we're okay.
Right. So, but it's embedded with a lot of African values and good morals and
Good.
the determination and importance of families.
All right.
And
Well, I'll give you $10 for the book, and I can read
thank
it.
you.
I'll have you sign it, by the way.
Oh, sure.
What was it? Oh, Ukraine. What's the African community say about the Ukrainian situation?
Well, the situation that we all can see on the news is not something that we wish that it happened. Nobody want to see families being separated.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so it's sad, and it's sad for everybody to see that happened, and a lot of it also has brought a lot of memories, like a traumatic memories.
PTSD.
Right.
From the past.
From the past. For example, Africans that lived through the Liberia Civil War. Or
the Liberian,
Congo,
Senegal.
I mean, watching all this in the news also brings, a lot
Good
of
point.
a lot of stress within. I happened to be in Liberia when the war started, and so
That was bad.
yeah.
Master Sergeant, what was his name? The leader of Liberia.
The late Sergeant Doe, yeah.
Yeah, Master
President
Sergeant Doe, Special Forces, Liberia.
Yeah.
Right?
You got it.
He was a ruthless killer, and I think he was brought up on charges in The Hague, wasn't he? If I remember, but I think he died before that.
He died, right. He was.
I mean, Liberia was mostly people from the United States who went to Liberia in around 18. I don't remember my history, but they moved back to Africa, and they named it after. So it must have been early 1800s, because they named it after the President Monroe. So that's why you have the capital Monrovia.
Yeah.
So
you got it. Yeah, we're on point.
Yeah. So. Liberia. So, I mean, it's not only them. Didn't Senegal have problems? And so
I mean, most of the African countries, yes, Mali, Senegal, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, especially what is going on.
There's always somebody who wants to take over, isn't there?
Yes,
I mean, they want to be the boss,
We hope peace prevail, in the world.
We hope.
Hoping for.
Yeah, that's right. You went to school for peace and conflict.
That's right.
We want peace, don't we? I mean,
So that's why I'm hoping to land in the United Nations someday, where I'll be able to do some work to bring peace around the world.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, I don't see why not.
Right.
I mean, and to go back to Ghana and help them. I mean, but Ghana has been stable in the last. Flight Lieutenant Rawlings was the leader of Ghana. He became president, but he took over in the coup. My favorite lieutenant, Flight Lieutenant Rawlings. Everybody knows him in Africa, and he ran Ghana for 30 years. Was he president? Less than that. But he's more or less stabilized Ghana.
Right.
That's a good word. Stabilized. Okay.
That's so true. Right.
So thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate it very much.
You're very welcome.
I hope we educated people. Can you eat those coffee beans? That's my question.